Because Michael Pittman Jr. is going against the Jaguars, who you just said they cannot win. They suck. They stink. If AR5 is back on the field, I'm curious. Are you starting Mr. Limited, Michael Pittman Jr.? Are you starting Jaylen Waddle, who has no quarterback play whatsoever?
I would go with Michael Pittman. Just looking at the last year's stats in Jacksonville week 6, Michael Pittman scored 19.9 points. Now that was with Gardner Minshew in his first game as the starting quarterback, so we don't know what that actually means. But he did score 19.9. He didn't play in 2022. I'm trying to go back a couple years just to see how he played, and he scored 20.4 in 2021. So he does well. Like Michael Pittman Jr. does well in Jacksonville. It's like T.Y. Hilton going to Houston. He always plays well there for the Colts. So I go with Michael Pittman. He actually has a quarterback, whether that be Flacco or Richardson. Richardson and Pittman did find each other in the first 2 drives of last week. Jaylen Waddle has who? Like Tyreek Hill can't even do well in Miami right now. Why would Jaylen Waddle do anything? So um, I don't even need to read you stats. I would just go with Pittman at this point
You
this
know,
week.
I love the fact that I don't even need to read you stats, which is true. If you have a situation where Michael Pittman is going against a divisional foe who he recognizes and who he's can play well against, then Michael Pittman might be the clear path. And it's the total opposite with the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Patriots, for some reason, own the Dolphins. Matter of fact, everyone owns the Dolphins these days. So Jaylen Waddle is just a non-factor because of the quarterback play. Single-digit fantasy points in the last 3 weeks. And if you see me struggling, it's because I'm trying to find the last time this man scored over 20 points in a single game dating back to last season. I don't see it. I
Week
can't find it. Oh, week
week
15. Week
15,
15. There it is. And then he did
week
it
8
again in
and
week
week
in week
8.
8.
Yeah.
This,
Almost week 12. But yeah,
eh,
he doesn't score more than 20.
he's scoring a lot of single digit games, and he's Mr. Phased out of the offense because Tyreek is there. Like whenever Tyreek signed, I was a big proponent of wow, they're both going to put up 12 to 1500 yards each. And that wasn't the case, and it hasn't been the case, and that's even with Tua there. Jaylen Waddle, I've been slowly, quietly been on the bandwagon of I need to get him off of my dynasty rosters and I need to get him out of my life because he is second fiddle. We talk trash about T. Higgins here. We do. We do. And there's a reason for it. But T. Higgins way outperforms Mr. Jaylen Waddle. And you can go look at the numbers. I don't need to read them off to you. It's a fact of life. And T. Higgins was getting drafted like wide receiver 43, wide receiver 48, whereas Jaylen Waddle is still in the top 20. And I just could not fathom it. I could not understand it. So now we're in a situation where Jaylen Waddle, week 1 against the Jaguars, had a decent game, 16 points, right? He was involved. And even before Tua got hurt, he got phased out. He's just a secondary player for them right now. I don't know if that says anything about the coaching staff or how they want to use Waddle or if he's always hurt. But I will say this. I've been benching Waddle since week 2. I started in week 1. Benched him after that because I wasn't happy with it. I wasn't happy with the performances. I had better players to start over him. Michael Pittman, it's so gross, but he's not going to be phased out. He's actually their number 1. So we're going from a number 1 receiver to a number 2 or third option. Kevin A. Chain has probably more receiving yards than Jaylen Waddle at this point. Michael Pittman in a runaway on this one, and I hate that we're agreeing. I hate that.